Hi, welcome back to the Backyard Woodshop. I'm Tom Ryder. Today's video is a follow-up video for my truck drawer plans to tell you some of the things that I upgraded on it. The drawer system, just the way you saw in the last video, has worked out perfectly for me, along with the trays. You may want to change stuff like that, and if you do, I'd love to see pictures or video. You guys can always email me at backyardwoodshop@gmail.com. Show me stuff like that. I'd love to see it. But let's go ahead and get back to the upgrades here. First upgrade, and the biggest one that I think really makes a huge difference, is the slide out tray. I reinforced it. Instead of just being a sheet of plywood and you'd have to pull the drawers out to hold the weight, now you don't have to do that. So now you can just grab it, pull it out. I like to bring it out to about where it's about a foot left in the tracks, and I can reach everything back here all the way to the back, no problem. All I did was take some plywood left over from building this thing and go ahead and rip you off some strips, whatever length you think will work for you. I went from the back panel up. I think this piece here is like 3.5 inches, 3 3/4, something like that. Pocket hole screws and glue. I just did it right here on the unit. I didn't have to take it back into the shop or anything. So that is all it is, and you can have your, this is a full 2 gallons of water right here. You can watch it does pitch a little bit, but not too bad, and you can still push it in with this on here. You just have to lift up slightly and push back. There you go. Once you get it farther enough into the track, it'll stay there and work great. So that's the first upgrade. Here's an up close of the end. This is where your handles and everything are. Just to show you, there's a little bit of a easement here. This goes all the way back to your back support. I just butted it against it and pocket hole screwed those together as a right angle. So you just put some pocket hole screws. I just did about every 12 inches. You can do less or more, whatever you think's best. But the real strength of this is the glue, and then this just makes this board really stiff, and you're really good to go then. Here's an up close of the once you put these on. Before you do that, you want to make sure that you put a spacer all the way along here, so that you get about a 3/16 to a 1/4 inch space in here, because you can see that, let me pull that over, I still have a little bit of space there, because you really don't want this rubbing against here, because as you're pulling this in and out, I made it so it'd be a little sloppy, so that it'd be easy, you won't have any binding. So if you're going to reinforce your slide with this, which I highly recommend, make sure to leave about a 1/4 inch gap in between here on each side. I went ahead and on the outside of the cabinet, I made some little slides and some pockets and things, and just kind of screwed and glued them in on the sides here. Just made out of scraps. Made a little track for my drywall T-square to fit into. You can see that, and you've got that sticking up here, but it slides in. Got my 4-foot level down here, and that's just some plywood and things just cobbled together. And see, I've got a little bit of friction to it, that way it just doesn't want to slide in and out. And then I've got my top piece here. So that's another upgrade, and these are just glued and nailed in and just tapped into there. You can rip them back off if you needed to, but that keeps my levels, because you've got this area on the side that you really don't have to do. Now I've got some extension cords over here in this area. I've got a little step ladder back here. I keep a spray bottle with my Simple Green right here for cleaning. Alright, so this is the second area. I just made like a box and screwed it in to the side of this box here. And that's got my sanding pole right here, just in a little channel. And then I've got a little spot where once it gets so far back it kind of locks in. And then I've got my painting pole right here, and that just sticks in there. And you notice these are just barely behind the thing, or the end of the drawer box, so that when I close the tailgate, these aren't going to go anywhere. And then you slide this out. You got my mud mixer. And I just got a little slot back here. And these are just things that I upgraded and made. I mean, don't think they have to be fancy for this kind of work. Just throw them together and see how they work for you. I got my brush, my bucket brush right there. I just lay it down in that open area. And then I've got a expandable Dewalt table right here that I keep on this side in that area that I can grab and set up to do work. My box built, I'm not going to redo it, but if I've talked to other people through the email when they ask for the plans, you know, if they ask anything I change, I always tell them I would upgrade this 3/8 plywood to 1/2 inch. Because when you're taking this out and you're wanting to put it on sawhorses or something, because you have to use the truck, you know, to haul material or whatever, the 3/8 plywood's just a little flimsy on the bottom. So if you went to 1/2 inch, I think that'd really make the box a lot more solid. But once it's in the truck and laying on the truck bed, it's not an issue at all. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you need to contact me, you can do that at backyardwoodshop@gmail.com. If you haven't seen the original video, it's called Free Truck Door Plans, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can go back and check out the original build. Now that you know some of the upgrades, you can kind of make those choices for yourself. So if you got something out of this video, please hit subscribe. I'd love to have you a subscriber. And until the next time, I see you in the backyard.